She left. I am not going to ask you why. I am not going to ask what happened. I am not going to ask if it was your fault or hers or nobody's. Doesn't matter anymore. She left. That's the fact. That's the starting line. And right now, you are standing in the wreckage of what used to be your life, and you have two paths in front of you. Path 1, you crumble. You drink. You beg, you stalk her social media at 3 a.m. You send the long paragraph text that she'll screenshot and show her friends. You become a cautionary tale. Another broken man who let a woman take his power when she took her presence. Path 2, you use this. You take every ounce of pain, every sleepless night, every unanswered text, every memory that stings, every moment of humiliation and rejection and abandonment, and you convert it into iron, into money, into muscle, into a version of yourself so unrecognizable that when she sees you 6 months from now, the regret hits her like a freight train. Not because you did it for her, but because she lit the fuse on something she didn't understand. This is path 2. And if you're listening to this, you've already chosen it. Let's go. First thing I need you to understand. What you're feeling right now, that fire in your chest, that tightness in your jaw, that restless energy that won't let you sit still, that urge to punch something, break something, prove something. That's not weakness. That's fuel. Most men waste it, they pour it into alcohol, into rebound relationships that mean nothing, into arguments on the internet, into self-pity disguised as healing. They let the fire burn them from the inside out instead of using it to forge something new. In Japanese folklore, there's a creature called the Oni, a demon of raw, terrifying power. Most people fear the Oni. They see it as something to suppress, to hide, to be ashamed of. But the warriors understood something different. The Oni isn't your enemy. The Oni is your ally. That rage, that darkness, that beast inside you that woke up the moment you walked out the door, it's the most powerful version of you that exists. You don't suppress it, you don't medicate it, you don't talk it away in therapy until it's a harmless memory. You direct it. You point it at the gym, at your career, at your finances, at your body, at every single area of your life that got soft, that got neglected, that got comfortable while you were playing house. The Oni doesn't need motivation. The Oni doesn't need a playlist or a pre-workout or a vision board. The Oni runs on pain. And right now, you have an unlimited supply. Use it. Tomorrow morning, I need you in the gym. Not next week. Not when you feel better. Tomorrow. And I need you to train like you've never trained before. Not the casual, let me do some bicep curls and check my phone between sets workout you've been doing. I am talking about war. Squats until your legs are shaking. Deadlifts until your grip fails. Bench press until the bar won't move. Pull-ups until you drop. And then one more set. Because she thought you were soft. And you're going to prove to yourself that she was wrong. Every rep is a conversation you'll never have with her. Every set is a response to every lie she told, every promise she broke, every night she made you feel like you weren't enough. You weren't enough. Fine. Watch me become too much. Too strong. Too focused. Too disciplined. Too successful. Too confident. Too valuable for someone who couldn't see what they had. The gym is where broken men go to rebuild. Not with therapy words and journal entries. With iron, with sweat. With pain that you chose instead of pain that was forced on you. There is a critical difference between suffering and training. Suffering happens to you. Training is suffering you volunteer for. And when you volunteer for pain, you take back control. You stop being the victim of your circumstances, and you become the architect of your transformation. She took your comfort. The gym takes your weakness. And what's left after both are gone? A man made of granite. A man who can't be broken because he already broke himself on purpose and rebuilt from the rubble. Get in the gym tomorrow. And don't leave until you've left everything on that floor. But this isn't just about your body. The body is the entry point. The visible transformation that makes the world pay attention. But the real reconstruction happens everywhere. Your career. When was the last time you actually pushed for more? Asked for the raise. Applied for the better position. Started the side business. Took the risk you've been sitting on for years. You were comfortable. You had a relationship, a routine, a life that felt good enough. Good enough is the enemy of greatness. And now that good enough is gone, there's nothing holding you back from going all in. Your finances. How much money did you spend trying to keep her happy? Dinners, trips, gifts, experiences. I am not saying those were wrong. But now that money is yours. Every dollar that used to go toward maintaining a relationship can now go toward building an empire. Invest it, save it, start something with it, let your bank account grow as fast as your physique. Your mind. Start reading. Start learning. Get certifications. Build skills. Become so knowledgeable, so capable, so well-rounded that you're not just a man who got in shape after a breakup. You're a man who completely reinvented himself from the ground up. The Japanese call it Tensei. Reincarnation. Not healing. Not recovery. Reincarnation. The old you is dead. He died the night she left. And from the ashes of that man, something entirely new is being born. Stop trying to fix the old version. Build a new one. A version that's so far beyond who you were that she would not even recognize you. Not just physically. Mentally. Financially. Spiritually. In every measurable way. Tensei. You are not going through a breakup. You are going through a rebirth. Now let me address the elephant in the room. Because I know it's coming. She's going to reach out. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe not next month. But when she sees the transformation, when mutual friends start talking, when your social media tells a story she didn't expect, when the man she left starts looking like the man every woman wants, she'll reach out. A text. Hey, I've been thinking about you. A like on your post, a casual, how are you? That's anything but casual. And in that moment, every muscle you've built, every dollar you've saved, every book you've read, every early morning in the gym, it all gets tested. Because your heart is going to want to respond. Your memories are going to float back. That warm, familiar comfort is going to call your name. And a weak man would answer. But you're not weak anymore. The gym made sure of that. The discipline made sure of that. The transformation made sure of that. She left the rough draft. She doesn't get to come back and enjoy the masterpiece. The samurai understood fukush, vengeance. But in Bushido, the highest form of vengeance isn't destroying your enemy. It's becoming so powerful, so elevated, so beyond their reach that they become irrelevant. You don't need to hurt her. You don't need to be petty. You don't need to block her or curse her or talk about her. You just need to keep building. Keep training. Keep growing. Keep becoming. And let the results speak louder than any words ever could. The best revenge isn't a text. It's a transformation so dramatic that it haunts her for years. But here's the thing I need you to understand before I let you go. This was never about her. She was the catalyst. She lit the match. But the fire was always inside you. It was just dormant. Comfortable. Sleeping. Because when life is good enough, most men never access the beast. They never meet their one. They never discover what they're truly capable of because they never get pushed to the edge. She pushed you to the edge. And instead of falling off, you were going to fly. The man you're about to become, the physique you're about to build, the career you're about to ignite, the wealth you're about to create, the confidence you're about to carry, none of that is for her. It was always for you. She just removed the last obstacle standing in the way, comfort. Comfort is where men go today slowly. And she took your comfort. Thank her for that. Silently. In your mind. And then get to work. Because 1 year from now, you're going to look in the mirror and see a man you've never met, a man with a body that commands respect. A mind that's sharp and focused. A bank account that's growing. A life that's full, not because of who's in it, but because of who you've become. And that man, that version of you, would never have existed if she had stayed. So she did you a favor. The most painful, brutal, heart-wrenching favor anyone has ever done for you. Now honor it by becoming unstoppable. She left. Good. Now watch. Watch the body change. Watch the bank account grow. Watch the confidence build. Watch the man you were disappear and the man you were meant to be take his place. Tensei. Reincarnation. The old you is dead. Let him stay dead. The new you has work to do. Gym tomorrow. 5 m. No excuses. No feelings. No looking back. Become unstoppable.